Hey guys, Macho Biker here. Today I'm reviewing a GT250R. This bike has a 250cc V-twin engine which is air and oil cooled, producing 28 bhp at 10,000 rpm and 22 newton meters of torque. And the 300mm double disc brakes on the front gives it a massive stopping power. This bike weighs 188 kgs, which is little on the heavier side, but it has great stability even in excess of 170 kilometers per hour. It's rock solid on the road. You don't feel unsecure when you're riding the bike even above 170 kilometers per hour. Alright guys, let's do an acceleration test of the GT250R. The rear suspension on this bike is medium soft, which is good to ride in the city and does not disappoint you on the highway as well. I've had this bike since 3 years now and I've faced no issues with it whatsoever. Every 5 to 6,000 kilometers you have to get it serviced. The servicing is a little expensive. It will cost you around say 4,000 rupees, 4 to 5,000 rupees per service. This bike shares most of its parts with its elder sibling, the GT650R. You would have to spend a little bit extra on the bike because every part you see is the same as the GT650R and it's of good quality. And coming to the build quality of this bike, the build quality is amazing, I would say. While doing high speeds, this bike is very aerodynamic, plenty of room for you to tuck down, so you don't need to worry about the wind blast and all that. And the gear shifts on this bike are really smooth. The bike does heat up when you're riding in city traffic. That's because it's V-twin air and oil cooled engine. You really can't expect much from these types of engines in city traffic. Personally, I would say this is the best 250cc bike that you can buy. In terms of styling, in terms of top speed, overall, this bike performs really well. Acceleration is a bit slow until you cross 5,000, 6,000 rpm. But after 6,000 rpm, this bike just flies. This bike has a top speed of 180 plus kilometers per hour. And I myself have done 186 kilometers per hour. The mileage I'm getting on this bike is 37 kilometers per liter. I have a separate video on my channel, you can check it out. The average mileage you can get on this bike in city and highway is around 30 kilometers per liter. It's a beast, man, it's a beast. What more do you want It looks fantastic. It performs well. This bike is going to cost you around 3.5 lakhs. The amount of attention this bike gets is like next level. Every signal you stop, people are going to be looking at you. They're going to be staring at you, and they're going to ask you which bike this is. I have changed my exhaust on this bike, and I'm going to show that to you right now. I don't know what tree this is. It has beautiful red flowers on it. And this is the exhaust, guys. This is a custom made exhaust for this bike, and you can hear it. That sounds really nice. I'm gonna give you little revs. It sounds like a bass, it's very loud and it pops your ears. Build quality is really good on this bike. And some people say because of this, the build quality is not nice. And I'll tell you why they have provided this. See, this is a V-twin engine which is air and oil cooled, okay? This is not a liquid cooled engine. The front cylinder gets a lot of air, so it kind of cools down. But the rear cylinder, the heat that is produced from the rear cylinder can escape from these slots. The heat goes up and it kind of comes out through these slots. So your tank doesn't heat up and your crotch doesn't heat up. So that's why this is there. This is not a design flaw. This is intentional. Okay. I love the fuel injection on this bike, man. From the past 3 years, I would say I've not faced any problem with the bike whatsoever. It's not given up on me even once. I've had no problems with the bike. And a lot of people say this bike has a lot of complaints, and engine is not reliable, bikes are not reliable, it stops on the highways, all that. But I really don't think so, guys, because me and my friends, we ride regularly every Sunday, and we use it in the city as well. This is my daily bike. This is a 250cc. This is my daily bike which I use to go to college and back. I ride about 100 kilometers every day. I've really not faced any problem with the bike at all. I really don't know how legit these complaints are from people. And we have an Audi. Some people, just complain just because they don't like the bike. Some people don't like the bike because it sounds Chinese. The name Hyosung sounds a little bit weird. So some people don't like that. So they end up hating the bike. Without even, they would have had no experience at all with the bike. But just because it sounds kind of Chinese, they hate the bike. And by the way, it's not Chinese, it's South Korean. And I tell you, these are one of the best bikes that I feel you can buy on the market. It may not be in every aspect, because see, in terms of acceleration, this bike is heavy. It's 188 kgs. So in terms of acceleration, it's a little slow. It cannot beat the Duke or other bikes in its segment. Once you cross 60 kilometers per hour, I think this will rock on the road. From 2000 to 4000 RPM, it's a little slow. It's a little, sluggish. It's a little slow because of the weight. And the way they've designed this bike is for the top end. The bottom end torque is low. So that's how you can do more than 180 kilometers per hour on the highways. And for a 250cc bike to do 180 kilometers per hour on the highways, I think it's really impressive. This is a full-size bike, and as you can see, it's very aggressive and has a really sporty look. It has vertical headlamps with projectors and LED tail lamps. It shares most of the styling with its elder sibling, the GT650R. The dual 300mm discs in the front, and the fairings are all exactly similar to the GT650R. It has a massive tank which can hold 17 liters of petrol in it, and 2 liters will be reserved. So this is my review on the Hyosung GT250R, guys. Hope you like the video. If you did, please don't forget to click the like button and share this video with your friends. There are a lot of people out there who want to buy this bike, so I hope this is useful for you guys as well.
Make the ground shake.